Yes, well, the 15th of January general elections of 2026 are still having a lot of questions and a lot of unanswered questions that so many people are still asking about. We look into the presidential elections and the presidential manifesto and where as well other candidates. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mugabe Godwin, aka Zone Media, and you're live on Naya Media. Today I have a very handsome guest with me here that has come here so that we could discuss the 2026 elections and their impact on the youth. So many youth took part in these elections, but most of them came out crying and with a lot of complaints. Yes, so you allow me have Mr. Agaba. Yes, Mr. Agaba.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're good?
Yes, I am.
You're looking good. Thank you for looking smart.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, well, you introduce yourself to our viewers.
Viewers, good afternoon. My name is Agaba Edward. I am a student at Kyambogo University pursuing my bachelor's degree of engineering in civil and building engineering. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yes, well. Yeah, well, Mr. Agaba.
Yes, please.
We want to look at the 15th of January 2026 elections.
Yes.
That were left with a lot of questions. Now, I want us to cross to the special interest groups elections.
Yes. Yes.
I'm also looking at youth Uganda, Central Region youth elections, looking at Eastern elections. There's so many youths that are coming out to cry about the monetization of these elections.
Yes.
And so many saying that they leave out competent leaders. What is your say about that?
Yeah, that is very, very true. Because if we look at the sums of money that are injected in these elections, and looking at now the youth elections, people who are between, most of them being below 30 years, and you look at the sums of money that are being invested in these elections, one, it raises questions on the source of this money.
Where does it come from?
Where does this money come from? Secondly, it also has a hole to look at when it comes to the kind of leaders. Because if it becomes a transaction, then that means that we leave alone the ideas, we leave alone the intellect of the people that we are choosing, and rather now look at who has more money, who can inject in more. So definitely, if monetization gets into play, we are going to, of course, most of the time have incompetent leaders. Yeah, look at people who have the money rather than
people that can
represent our grievances, people that can represent the ideas, people that can make us better by giving us impactful representation.
Yes, on that note, when you look at most of these elections, the people that engage in these elections, most of them are educated people.
Yes.
Should we say that people are not getting information the right way? For example, we expect someone who is educated to be knowing that if I am bought or given money to give in a vote, then at the end of the day, I'm not able to request for the service, because maybe we could say, someone will come out and say that I gave you money, then why are you asking for the service? Does this kind of norm describe the kind of voters that engage in these elections?
Now, when you see, money is money, and money places a person at a point of compromise, and being compromised is nature. That has to do with nature and the making of a human being. So we cannot say that young people do not look at ideas anymore, but we are looking at them being put in compromising situations, and this has money in it. Yeah, you're looking at people that definitely are unemployed. You're looking at people that are not doing well financially, financially constrained. And here comes someone that gives an immediate solution.
Giving out money.
Yeah, someone that is giving out handouts. So definitely, someone is going to be compromised, regardless of how they think and how they look at things. So they find themselves in a compromising situation that makes them at times make decisions the way they do. So money definitely puts us there.
In such a situation. Yes, I want us as well to looking at all the candidates. Who do you think had a better option for the youth?
That depends
looking
on the race.
at all the manifestos.
Yes,
let's concentrate on the presidents now.
On the presidents.
Yes. And would you think that these requests the promises would be fulfilled?
Well, when we look at the manifestos, I think they all had good manifestos. If you look at them and the promises they were making, the manifestos were quite relatable and quite good for the country and for the young people. But I think when it comes to manifestos and implementation, then we get to a point of expectations versus reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, what we expect, particularly as young people, versus what actually happens. So the manifestos have a lot to do with the promises, with what we'll achieve. Should you give us a mandate? Then now, after the elections are done and the winner comes out, now we get to the bit of reality. Can the promises translate into reality, into the actual work? So I think that's where the point of discussion should be. Yes.
Well, looking at how these elections were conducted, so many youths participated.
Yeah, true.
In these elections. Looking at from the president, we could say maybe the Honorable Kyagulanyi, though he's above 35 years, I think was the youngest out of all those. Do you think youth participation in general elections has improved? Considering
Definitely.
all of them.
Definitely. Youth participation has greatly improved. First of all, you look at a country that has one of the youngest populations in the world, where most of the people are 30 and below. So, in any way, you would have many youth participating. In the election. And that's why you tried to see all the candidates try to galvanize their support basing on the youth, because they shape the election and they decide who becomes the leader. So the question of youth engagement and youth involvement, I think that is only, it has improved, but it is not because the youth are getting involved in politics, but rather the kind of country we live in. We live in a country where most of the people are young, and definitely you would expect most of the young people
to participate
in the elections.
But you look at the number of people, the youths that participated in these elections.
Yes.
Most of them came out crying of being rigged, being beaten. We talked about the money kind, monetization of these elections, of which we cannot put that away. Because we expect in an election there has to be money.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who has it, because if also there is that youth who had the money would as well invest. But where does this leave our democracy? Where we have many youths participating, but because they cannot afford the kind of elections that we're having in the country, and as well they cannot afford maybe to buy people, even to buy the electoral commission to support them. Where does this leave our democracy with our participation in these elections?
You see, the discussion of monetization of politics we should get the background from the cause of the monetization of politics. Why is it so? We live in a country where politicians are the richest people.
Yeah, exactly.
That is quite unfortunate, because that means that people who participate in these elections are not the people that have goodwill or service, but people who want to get money, people who want to, become rich.
Exactly.
So we have gotten to a point where it is now an investment, and people expect returns upon investment. So it's like a business. It's not about service delivery anymore, but rather I invest and get more returns. So it's now a bet. Someone comes in with money, they invest, and they expect
to get returns.
To get returns. And I think that is that poses a great challenge to our democracy and our leadership style as a country. And as an individual, I would think that the solution of this is to, first of all, look at the money that has been injected in politics and the leadership of a country, that the salaries these people are earning, these are very huge sums of money. So therefore, you do not expect a young man of 28 years who has gone through the normal stages of life, go to school, graduate, and then start earning something
from their jobs.
Yes. You cannot expect such a person to have this money. So definitely, I think it poses a very huge challenge to our democracy. Yes.
Do you think? Would you think that if all these were handled, maybe saying that we could have constitutional reviews, and maybe making sure that most of these electoral commission rules are applied, because you're not allowed to give out money before
yes.
voting, but still you find that people are giving out money. Do you think if this maybe was handled in a better way, would have improvement in the number of youth that engage in this politics?
Definitely. If the process was handled...
And how best do you think the electoral commission or government can intervene?
Yeah, you see, money is supposed to be a catalyst of the entire campaign period. What shouldn't be expected is handouts. The way I come and give you something, and you give me the vote in return. That is not supposed to be allowed. So the funding should be rather a catalyst and something that gives you a platform to show yourself to the population. Case in point, you cannot do away with certain things, and these things actually require money. Look at posters. Look at the campaigns, the rallies, everything. The facilitation is something that you can't do away with. But I think, as getting back to the question, the electoral commission now is a task to follow up this process and see how it is being handled and how different players are handling it. Because some of the things are on record. You find someone, people are lined up and they are being given handouts.
Yeah,
that is supposed to be out. Such a person is supposed to be definitely disqualified from the process. Yeah, but when we continue to have these things happen, and the custodians of the rules and regulations on how the process is supposed to be handled keep quiet and do not say anything about the things that are going wrong, then the process continues to be abused. So I think the electoral commission and government at large, they have a task to...
But sometimes you find that it is government that gives these people the money to go and invest.
No, depends. Depends, I think, where you're coming from. Because...
For example, when you look at... I was observing the national youth elections in Hoima, and you find that the candidate of the ruling party getting a lot of money. Someone is giving out 2 million for a vote.
Yes. I think that is not a stand of government as government, but maybe individuals. You see, individuals in government do not give a stand of government. Yeah. So that's what comes back to what I was saying, that the custodians of how the process should be running and how it should be handled are supposed to actually follow up and see that are the rules followed? Are they being observed very well? Are people abusing? And this is, you see, it is quite unfortunate to find that we have people being disqualified on what I can term as baseless accusations, rather than serious accusations like money, giving out
because you
handouts.
find that there are candidates that were denominated from these elections.
Yes.
For example, there was one who was nominated. One of the signatories came out and said that my signature was forged.
Yes.
But really, someone forges your signature.
Yes, exactly. Now, that's, and it also brings in an element of double standards.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is quite unfortunate. Because if you denominate someone on account of a person denying that they gave them a signature.
You could not even look at, like, for example, for the president, where someone needs 100 signatures.
Yes.
But look at an MP who needs only 10.
Yes.
And one of the person comes out and says that, please, my signature will 10. An MP who is aspiring.
You see, law is law. And therefore, if it is true that someone has forged a signature, then they should be disqualified.
They should be disqualified.
But
then we need to look into having an interrogation of this person.
Yes.
Couldn't CMI or CID come in and say, let us first find out.
Yes.
Because you find that this person was saying that their signature was forged, is this person that was given money.
Yes.
Security has to intervene and find out.
True, absolutely true. But I'm trying to drive my point to the issue of handouts being given. If you can get to a point of disqualifying someone because of a signature, someone denying that they never gave them a signature, then why not disqualify someone who gives out a handout? I didn't see someone throughout the entire election process being disqualified on that account. And yet money was being there were transactions made. There were you heard about an agreement. Someone came out and confirmed that we had an agreement and they paid me to actually bring my influence. So that is quite unfortunate. Yes, there shouldn't be double standards, but rather if it is law, it should be law. If something is supposed to be handled like this, then let it be handled that way.
Yeah.
And everyone should be subjected to the same kind of scrutiny, regardless of where you're falling or your affiliation. You should be subjected to the same scrutiny. And should you abuse the rules, then let law apply and let it be like that, regardless. Exactly. Yes.
Yes. Those that are still watching us, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much. But please don't forget to give us that follow, give us that subscription, give us that like and that comment, so that we can keep moving together and moving forward to see that we keep providing information in the best way and in the best way possible for you guys. Those that follow us on TikTok, thank you so much. Those that subscribe to our YouTube channel, thank you so much. And those that are following us on X, want to thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Eddie.
Yes, please.
Edward Agaba.
Yes.
As we conclude, do you think the kind of elections we're having in Uganda at one time will affect the kind of leadership that we are building for the future, looking at the way how elections are monetized? Do you think we are moving in the right way? Monetized, being rigged, maybe also still having the old people still taking part in these elections?
Now, you see, there is what we call precedence. And what you do today sets precedence for what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we talk about the irregularities that happen in these elections, then we look at a bad precedence. Precedence can be, it's two-sided. It can be good, it can be bad. So when we discuss and our discussion revolves about bad precedents being set, then definitely it is going to catch up with us and it is going to affect the future generations and how the future elections are handled. Because we are here and the point of discussion is the monetization of the election process.
Of which the youth cannot afford that.
Yes. But these youths are going to be old people, 10
10 years from
10
now.
years from now.
These are the decisions.
So now these are now the future leaders. These are the leaders that are coming in. So now if they know from the past that this is how politics is done, or this is how people become leaders, now is that honestly a good trend to follow? Definitely it is going to catch up with us, and it is going to affect the future generation if nothing is done about it.
When you look at youth participation in these elections, let's not look at these that are contesting. We look at these that attend rallies.
Yeah.
That attend rallies. Most of these people are youths.
Yes.
But you still find that the number of youths that are being represented at national level in leadership, the number is still less.
Yes.
We still have the old people. I don't want to call them the old guys. Maybe we could say experienced guys. They are still taking up these spaces. What is that one advice you have for the youths to go and fight for these places? And how do you think government maybe could come in and support the youth?
One piece of advice is, first of all, is to make use of the available ventures. If we talk about the representation being
Still
low. Being low and not being enough, are we making good use of that is there? Do we have good use? Have we made good use of the representation that we have? Look at these MPs, the youth MPs of the regions.
We only have 4 regions.
Yes.
And it is only 4, meaning that we have 4.
But how many of those MPs have you seen?
I've not seen them many.
Even on the floor of parliament, how many have you seen?
Less. Apart from maybe we could say Nyamtoro.
Yes.
Who tried.
And that is one among the 5 of them. So I think that we cannot now begin to have a conversation of misrepresentation if we are not using what we have. So I think it is a task to those that are there to represent us, to give us a stand, to give us a background on which we can now have a discussion of, look, these people are not enough. And also, you see, no one has stopped you from running for any elective position, even president. Right now, as long as you're above 18 years, you can run for president of the country. But it comes back to now what we're discussing, that time and again, the election process is being abused. And the abuse of the election process cannot let us have many young people participating, but rather being the ones to mobilize.
No, we are not leading the mobilization.
Yes, because
the rallies are the ones making the noise.
Yes. And why? Because there is a handout to be given, there is a facilitation. So that is quite unfortunate. And unless we work on how things are being handled, then we shall continue to be affected. Because leadership is supposed to be, it's supposed to be a call to service. It is supposed to be commitment to service upon realization of things that are not going right.
Yeah.
But when leadership and politics become business, then we are definitely headed for tough times. Yeah, especially for the young people that still have very many years to live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I would want to inquire from you and ask you this. Do you think our nation can still produce the Norbert Maos, the Karuhangas, the Musevenis do you think our country is still able to have such kind of people?
Definitely.
With the kind of the politics that we have in the country.
Definitely. It can. But you see, times go on changing. This I want to tell you, that you cannot do the same things and expect different results. So definitely we can have new leaders emerging.
But what kind of leaders do you think we can have?
Yes, because
if the politics is still this way,
true,
the way it is.
Because I want to tell you that the way things were the way things were handled back then is not the way things are handled today. So you cannot expect to do what the Maos did, what the Musevens did in this kind of generation we are in to achieve what they achieved then. So I think we need to live in the times and do what the times require us to do. And I can assure you, you will have new leaders. Imagine, look at the Nyamutoros, look at Robert Maseruka, who is now 25 years and he has gone to Parliament. Yes. And we can also we cannot have these leaders emerging if we cannot rise to the occasion, if we cannot, work so hard to take the front seats. If you still think that your duty as a youth is to engage in mobilization and to engage in organizing rallies, let us be at the forefront. Yes. And the more we try, the more we dare, we shall have people emerging. So this discussion cannot be on what was done back then, but rather what should be done. Because, believe it or not, the old will soon go. But are the young people ready to take over in such times?
But do you think there is even chance for them to?
Yes, tough times call for tough measures. And I want to believe that it was not easy. It was not any easy for them. So you do not expect it to be a smooth ride. Exactly. Yeah, it cannot be a smooth ride, but rather everyone should do what they are supposed to do. And definitely we shall get there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Gaba. Maybe as you conclude, what are your closing remarks to the youth that are still scared of maybe coming up to take up some of these positions or to take up these spaces? Yeah.
Yes, I think as young people, it is high time. One, we believed in ourselves. Two, it's high time we get to stand on ideas, more of ideology. And it's high time we united. We have quite a diverse community that has very many tribes, very many traditions, but the only thing that can yield results is if we get united in this diverse society. So it's a call for us to rise up, for us to dare and support each other and know what we want. And if we can unite, definitely there is nothing that can stop us from achieving what we want.
Yes. As you close up. Those that have been watching us, I want to thank you so much for being part of us and watching this show. It is really of great importance that you sit there in your bedrooms, in your living rooms, sit there, relax, put on your data and watch us. It's so much good of you guys. Please continue pushing as we push the brand together. Yes, Mr. Eddie.
Yes, please.
Any other last words?
Probably to thank the viewers. Thank you for the time you put into watch, and like he has said, continue pushing, continue watching, continue subscribing. I think that is the only way you can support him as a young person as well. Exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I remain Agaba Edward, a student at Kyambogo University in my third year of study, pursuing my bachelor's degree of engineering in civil and building engineering.
Thank you so much. Yes, you will allow us stop there so that we can allow the flow of other programs. And as well, thank you so much, because we cannot stop thanking you for each and everything that you do for us, you people. Thank you so much. Mugabe Godwin, Easy on Media, and Naya Media. We're here to tell your story. Yes. Thank you.